Welcome back with a new math tutorial. In this video we are talking about rates. What is the meaning of the rate? Rate is the type of the ratio. But for the ratio we compare between the same type and the same unit. We compare between two quantities by division. The two quantities must have the same type and the same unit. For the rate we compare between two quantities by division but with different type or different units. In the ratio we compare between length to length, price to price, number of items to the number of the items. But for the rate we compare between different units. Suppose that we compare between the number of the item to the price. We compare between the distance to the time. We have different units. We need to compare between them by division. So the first definition that we have for today is the unit rate. What is the meaning of the unit rate? Unit rate is mean when you divide you need to make the denominator equals 1. Suppose that you compare between the price to the number of items. So you need to find the price of each one item. That is the meaning of the unit price. So for the difference between them, if we set the ratio, we compare between number to number, 15 to 5. But if you need to talk about rate, it will be 15 characters in 5 seconds. We compare between the number of characters to the seconds. But for the unit rate, you need to make the denominator equals 1. So for question number 1, write each rate as a unit rate. We have 44 points in 4 quarters. It means we need to divide both of them and make the denominator equals 1. So we have here 44 points to 4 quarters. By simplifying, it means 44 divided by 4. If you divide both of them by 4, you will find that will be 11 over 1. So we have here 11 over 1. That means we have 11 points per quarter. In question number 2, we have 25 feet and 5 seconds. We need to compare between them. We need to find the unit rate. So at the first, I would divide them. We have 125 feet in 5 seconds. If you need to simplify it, you divide by 5 to make the denominator equals 1. So it will be, we have here 125 divided by 5 equals 25. And 5 divided by 5 equals 1. That means we have 25 feet for each 1 second. And that's how we can find the unit rate. So for question number 7, we have Samantha picked 45 orange in 5 minutes. We need to find the unit rate. So we need to compare between the number of orange to the number of minutes. Which equals, we have 45 orange. That's happened in 5 minutes. We need to find the unit rate. It means we need to divide the numerator and denominator by 5 because the denominator here equals 5 and we need to write it as 1. So we need to divide both of them by 5. 45 divided by 5 equals 9 and 5 divided by 5 equals 1. It means we have 9 orange for each 1 minute. In question number 8 we have the Australian dragonfly can travel 18 miles in 30 minutes. How far can the dragonfly travel in 1 minute? So we need to compare between the number of miles to the number of minutes. So now we have to find the rate. The rate that we have now we compare between two different units. The number of miles to the number of minutes. So we have here 18 miles in 30 minutes. We need to find how many miles in 1 minute. So all what we have to do that is the same like finding the unit rate. We have 30 becomes 1. It means you divide by 30. So as we divide the denominator by 30, we need to divide the numerator also by 30. So by dividing by 30 now, we have here 18. If you divide it by 30, will be equals. Now by simplifying, we know that 18 is equal to 3 multiplied by 6. And 30 is equals 5 multiplied by 6. We can simplify 6 and 6, which equals 3 over 5. Then 3 over 5 is equals 0.6. We need to find how many miles in 1 minute. So it will be 0.6 miles. Again, how we can solve the question? We need to compare between the number of miles to the number of minutes. We have 18 miles and 30 minutes. We need to know how many miles in 1 minute. It means we need to find the unit rate. So to find the unit rate, we need to make the denominator equals 1. 30 becomes 1. That's only if you divide by 30. So you need to divide 18 by 30. 18 divided by 30. If you need to simplify it, you will find that 18 is equal 3 multiplied by 6. And 30 is equals 5 times 6. We can cancel out 6 and 6, so we have 3 over 5. 3 over 5, you need to write it as the decimal form, so it will be 0.6. And that's how we can find the number of miles if the given is the number of minutes. In question number 9, Amma download 35 songs in 5 minutes. So we have 35 songs for each 5 minutes. How many songs did she download per minute? We need to know how many songs for each 1 minute. So we need to compare between the number of songs to the number of minutes. We have 35 songs in 5 minutes. So we need to find how many songs in 1 minute. That means we need to find the unit rate. Look at the denominator, we have 5. 5 becomes 1, that's only if you divide by 5. So 35 also, if you divide it by 5, you will find that we have 7 songs per minute. So all what you have to do just to find the unit rate. Finding the unit rate, it means we need to make the denominator equals 1. In question number 11, we are talking about the adult heartbeats is equal to 2,100 times every 30 minutes. The number of beats for the adults will be 2,100 for each 30 minutes. But for the baby, it will be 2,600 for each 20 minutes. We need to know how many more that the beats of the baby more than the adult that's happened in 60 minutes. So number 1, we need to find how many beats for the adult for 60 minutes and how many for the baby for 60 minutes, and we need to find the difference between them. So for the first part, we need to find for the adult. From the given we have here, 2,100 times for each 30 minutes. Now we need to find the number of beats for 60 minutes. Look at the relation between the fraction. For the first fraction, we have 30 becomes 60. That's happened when you multiply it by 2. So when you multiply here by 2, so it will be equals 4,200 beats. That's for the adult. Now for the baby. For the baby, you'll find that we have 2,600. That's for 20 minutes. But we need to find in 60 minutes. So look at the fraction that we have 20 becomes 60. That's happened only if you multiply it by 3. So we need to multiply here also by 3. 2,600 multiplied by 3, it will be equal 7,800 beats. So for the adult will be 4,200, but for the baby will be 7,800. We need to find how many more. It means we need to find the difference between them. So to find the difference, we need to subtract. So it will be 7,800 minus 4,200. You will find that the answer will be equal 3,600 beats. That's happened for each 60 minutes. So for this question, if you need to solve it, number 1, we have the number of beats for 30 minutes. So if you need to find for 60, just write the two fractions. Look at the relation between them. For 30 minutes becomes 60. That's only if you multiply it by 2. Because you multiply the denominator by 2, you need also to multiply the numerator by 2. For the baby, you will find that 2,600 divided by 20. You need to find how many in 60 minutes. It means you need to multiply it by 3. Once you multiply the denominator by 3, also you need to multiply the numerator by 3. By multiplying 2,600 by 3, it will be 7,800. To find how many more, it means you need to find the difference between them. By subtracting the two numbers, 7,800 minus 4,200, you will find that the answer will be equals 3,600 beats. That's happened for each 60 minutes. In this problem, we have 4 potted plants cost $88. We need to find the price of each plant. It means we need to compare between the price to the number of potted plants. So it means we need to find the rate. So to find the rate now will be equals $88 divided by the number of items. We have 4 items. So it will be $88 divided by 4. So the answer now would be equals, we have $22 for each potted plant.